The Mistwalker is one of the best weapons for entering into the Ashlands for the first time, and it'll handle enemies quite nicely as you progress throughout the biome. At level 3, it'll get you 75 slash damage with 52 frost and 10 spirit damage. This can be pretty handy in the Ashlands, since many enemies are weak to spirit damage, and frost damage can help slow enemies. And once you progress through the Ashlands and get to upgrade your forge, you'll be able to get a level 4 Mistwalker, which ups your frost damage to 58 and your spirit damage to 15. However, once you've smelted some flame metal and gathered some gemstones, you can make Ashlands tier weapons like the Nidhögg. But is the Mistwalker still the better choice, even when compared to the glorious chain lightning of Nidhögg the Thundering? Let's do a deep dive and find out which is superior. This is Mistwalker versus Nidhögg. First, let's get a little technical. We're going to compare a maxed out level 4 Mistwalker with a current max level 2 Nidhögg the Thundering, which is generally considered the best variant of the Nidhögg. If you look at the stats of the Mistwalker against the most common enemies you'll find in the Ashlands, the Charred, you'll get 75 slash damage, which is fully applied to this enemy. Pair that with 58 frost, which is also fully applied, and 15 spirit damage, which Charred enemies are actually weak to according to the Valheim wiki, meaning they'll actually take 22.5 total spirit damage, since weak means an enemy takes 1.5 times damage. This will net you a total of 155.5 damage against the Charred with the Mistwalker, and that's supposedly with every hit. Nidhögg the Thundering at the current max level of 2 will get you 141 slash damage and 10 lightning damage, bringing the total to 151 damage against Charred enemies. This is pretty good and similar to the 155.5 damage from the Mistwalker, but Nidhögg the Thundering also gets you a 25% chance to trigger Chain Lightning, which deals 75 lightning damage to the target according to the wiki, and it can jump to an unlimited number of enemies within 8 meters of your attack. If you're able to enact that Chain Lightning effect, you're doing a grand total of 226 damage to the enemy you're attacking, and 75 damage to all enemies hit by that Chain Lightning effect. That's pretty huge, but it is only a 25% chance to enact that extra effect and deal that extra damage. What it all really boils down to is this: is a chance effect worth it compared to a reliable damage number every swing? Well, we're going to dive into that question in some practical applications soon, but first let's take a look at 2 other primary enemies you'll be facing in the Ashlands. According to the wiki, Asksvin are neutral to the slash damage found on both swords, as well as the frost damage of the Mistwalker, but they're completely immune to the spirit damage, meaning the 15 spirit damage of the Mistwalker is completely nullified. The Mistwalker will do a total of 133 damage, while Nidhögg the Thundering will hit for 151 damage, and you can add the extra 75 lightning damage for a chain lightning hit. So by the numbers, against Asksvin, all variants of the Nidhögg, even the naked level 1 Nidhögg at 135 slash damage, will do more damage, but not much more, unless of course you get that chain lightning effect. Now let's compare these 2 weapons versus a Morgan. Morgans are actually resistant to all normal types of damage like blunt, slash, and pierce, but they're neutral to frost and spirit damage. They're weak to lightning damage though, so the Mistwalker will do 37.5 slash, 58 frost, and 15 spirit damage, which comes out to 110.5 damage. And Nidhögg the Thundering will do 70.5 slash and 15 lightning damage, which is a total of 85.5 damage with every normal hit. But you can add to that a 25% chance to enact that Chain Lightning effect, which Morgans are weak to. So that'll actually add up to 112.5 additional damage with that Chain Lightning. That brings the total to 198 damage for that particular swing. Alright, enough with the technicals. How do they actually feel in the hands of a Viking? Let's pit them head to head in some real-world combat situations. Okay, here we are in the Ashlands arena, and we have the Mistwalker and Nidhögg the Storming. We got level 4 and level 2 respectively. We're gonna fight some enemies and see what kind of numbers we're going to get. I have my sword skill set at 50, so it's not going to do the maximum amount of damage it possibly could. As you can see, it says slash 75, and then in parentheses 41 and 64, and then of course we've got Nidhögg the Thundering, slash 141, 78 to 120. You need to get it up to 100 in order to max out the potential damage, but most people aren't going to be swords level 100, so at 50, I figure this is a pretty good test. Alright, let's fight some enemies. Alright, just one shard warrior right here. Alright, good block. Let's just do some damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, 5 shots right there. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 hits. We'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, 1. Alright, so about 5 hits is what we're looking at right there. Now we're going to break out Nidhögg the Storming, and we're going to hit it again. Okay, that... that was significantly faster, but I do believe we got that chain lightning effect, so we got that 75 extra damage right there. Let's hit it again. Okay, I missed the third. So that was actually 6 hits right there because I missed the third, which I believe does twice the amount of damage. So I'm not gonna block. 1, 2, 3. It's staggered, and that's 4. We are seeming to do quite a bit more damage, but I believe that is contingent on hitting that chain lightning. Oh, okay. Well, that was significantly faster that time. Let's do it again. Okay, that actually was 5 hits. So it does feel like Nidhögg the Thundering does seem to kill a little bit quicker than the Mistwalker. Even though the raw numbers... Ooh, okay, that was 6 shots right there. The raw numbers do indicate that the Mistwalker should be doing a little more damage per strike, and that frost slowing effect is pretty nice. But there is one thing I've noticed about the frost effect in the ASHLANDS, is that it doesn't seem to slow enemies for too long. So, yeah, it's nice, but it's not that nice. Little mouse. Yeah, the Mistwalker is a great choice, but at least my initial impressions right here against the Charred Warriors, I would rather have Nidhögg the Thundering, especially since we do have that chance, 25%, to enact the Chain Lightning effect, doing 75 more lightning damage. And if we fight an ASHLANDS, these guys, 1, 2, 3, they do not like this weapon. Yeah, that's 7 hits right there. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Using that frost effect is pretty nice. Okay, that's 7 twice in a row. That's pretty good, but if you remember, ASHLANDS are immune to spirit damage, so not ideal. Alright, last one for the Mistwalker. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. 3 in a row, 7 hits. We're breaking out Nidhögg the Thundering. Hello, buddy. 1, 2, 3. 1. Okay, we definitely got the chain lightning effect right there because that was just 4 hits. Let's do that again. Hello. Hello, buddy. And forward roll. 1, 2, 3. Just 3. We definitely hit the chain lightning that time. So let's do this one more time. Yeah, okay. So I guess at least versus ASHLANDS, Nidhögg the Thundering is twice as good. That's what we're seeing with, you know, it's not the most scientific, but that was 3 versus 3, and it was half the amount of hits. Pretty good. Okay, now it's time to fight some Morgans. Now, Morgans are resistant to the slash damage of swords. However, they are not resistant to the magical effects. So, spirit damage is actually going to do quite a bit of damage, at least neutral, but you see a lot of gray damage because of the slash, and you see the white damage. That's gonna be the spirit, and I believe the frost as well. Yeah, so spirit and frost are neutral to Morgans. So this is gonna be a little less quantitative because these guys are a little bit more squirrely, but you can kind of see how quickly we were able to dispatch that Morgan. That was pretty good. All right, let's bring another one up from the depths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, that was 11 hits without the third in there, but we're still doing the DOT, damage over time. Block that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, that I don't remember the exact count, but that was quite a few hits. But I do feel like that was pretty effective. But now it's time for the weapon that's designed for this biome, Nidhögg the Thundering. Let's bring out another Morgan. Hello, buddy. 1, 2, and that's a miss. So these guys once again are resistant to slash damage, but you are very weak. But you are weak to lightning damage. Oh, wow, okay. I don't feel like this is doing... Hey, we're not testing you right now. Get out of here. You are not part of this. 1, 2, 3. Ow. All right, all right. I will admit this one does feel like it's a bit more of a struggle, but I don't think we got that chain lightning effect, even though we hit it a lot. But let's try that again. Eat that food, heal up. Another Morgan coming up. Hello, buddy. Okay, all right, here we go. Come on. Blocked. That was definitely it. You saw that yellow damage. You are definitely weak to lightning damage. So, yeah, that, if we do get that chain lightning effect... Oh, look at that. That's 225 damage right there. You saw the yellow damage. That's significant. Let's do one more of those. We're gonna break out the shield. For reasons. For no reason. Just feels right. Boom. Oh yeah, 225, 112. Okay, so versus Morgans, this is going to be significantly better, but only if you assume that you're going to hit that 25% chance to enact that chain lightning effect. Because to Morgans, this is basically just 141 slash halved. But with the Mistwalker, you do get a little bit more consistent overall damage. So, what's the conclusion here? Well, at least for me, I'd choose the Nidhögg over the Mistwalker for pretty much every situation. I think it's much more versatile overall than the Mistwalker, and in my testing, it did seem to kill enemies noticeably faster. The Mistwalker, at least on paper, should do more damage to charred enemies, and it generally does on a consistent basis, but you can't discount the 25% chance to hit enemies with that chain lightning effect. That's really the kicker for me. And while the frost damage of the Mistwalker is fantastic, I found that it doesn't seem to slow enemies for a very long time in the ASHLANDS. It's not nothing, it's still helpful, but I would still choose pretty much any variant of the Nidhögg over the Mistwalker. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you had some fun today. Maybe you learned something, maybe you didn't, who knows. This was just a fun video for me to make, and I hope you had a good time. Consider subscribing to the channel, and maybe hit that like button, share it with a friend, all that sort of jazz. I do have a merch store, which you can find linked in the description. Check that out, or maybe not, whatever you want to do. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for stopping by. Have a wonderful day.